There's a quiet truth that many men over 60 carry but rarely speak aloud. It's not just about growing older, it's about watching parts of life slowly slip away. Once, intimacy was effortless, spontaneous, and full of life. But now, for many, the spark dims without warning. The body grows quieter. The drive, the energy, the reflexes that once felt automatic begin to fade. Not overnight, but gradually, subtly, until the man in the mirror starts to feel like a shadow of his younger self. And it hurts. Not just physically, but in ways few people understand. This isn't weakness, and it's not shameful. It's biology. And the good news is biology can be supported, revived, even reversed when the right steps are taken. Picture this. A retired school principal, once full of energy and deeply in love with his wife of 40 years, begins to avoid the bedroom. He blames it on exhaustion, on stress, even on his back pain. But deep down, he knows it's his body not responding the way it used to. He's embarrassed, confused, and growing distant from the woman he cherishes. Then one afternoon, while reading about nutritional support for older men, he comes across the role of specific vitamins, how they influence hormones, blood flow, and nerve health. Skeptical but desperate for change, he begins adjusting his diet and routine. Within weeks, things start to shift, not dramatically, but enough to notice. The fatigue eases. His confidence stirs. And one evening, without pressure, without stress, intimacy returns. Not forced, but naturally. With it, joy returns too. All from giving the body back what time slowly took away. The second story is about a grandfather and widower, now in his 70s. He never thought romance would be part of his life again until he met someone unexpectedly. They connected, shared stories, laughter, and slowly something deeper. But when the time came to grow closer, he froze. His body betrayed him. Memories of strength and vitality clashed with the present moment. Determined not to let fear take over, he sought natural support, choosing to nourish himself rather than numb the problem. Today, he lives with dignity, energy, and the peace that comes from knowing age doesn't define a man's ability to feel, connect, or love. These stories aren't rare. They are quietly lived by thousands of men who've been misled to believe that a fading sex life is inevitable after 60. The truth? It doesn't have to be. 3 essential vitamins, natural, accessible, and backed by solid science, can help restore vitality, circulation, and the nervous system's sexual responsiveness. The first supports hormonal balance, the second revives the neural pathways responsible for physical sensation, and the third helps blood flow return to its youthful rhythm. Combined, they don't just rebuild intimacy, they restore confidence, joy, and the sense of being alive again. For instance, one of these vitamins is directly tied to the body's ability to produce and regulate testosterone, arguably the single most important hormone for male sexual health. When its levels fall, desire dwindles, stamina shortens, and self-esteem begins to wither. But low testosterone isn't just a matter of age. It's a reflection of how modern lifestyles, indoor living, and poor diet have drained essential nutrients. Men who spend just 15 minutes in early sunlight each day, who eat wild fish, eggs, liver, or fortified foods, often see remarkable improvements, not because of synthetic drugs, but because they're finally fueling the system that makes testosterone possible in the first place. Then there's the second vitamin, vital for communication between brain and body. Without it, signals get fuzzy, touch feels duller, reflexes slow, and arousal no longer translates into action. Unfortunately, aging guts absorb less of this nutrient naturally. Even a healthy diet may not be enough. That's why foods like beef liver, tuna, dairy, and eggs become more than meals. They become medicine. And for those who can't digest them well, light, doctor-approved supplementation can offer a bridge back to full function. And finally, the third vitamin plays the role of guardian. It shields tissues from age-related damage, improves blood vessel flexibility, and enhances blood flow, especially to areas where it matters most. Without it, erections become more difficult, less reliable, and shorter lasting. But with consistent intake from sources like almonds, sunflower seeds, olive oil, and dark greens, the body finds its strength again. Blood vessels dilate, response time improves, and recovery becomes faster and fuller. This isn't wishful thinking. It's science matched with wisdom. And the most remarkable part is that all of this begins with food, sunshine, and mindful choices. No pills, no pressure, just nature doing what it's always done when given the right ingredients. For men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, this shift is more than possible. It's powerful. But there's one more piece to this puzzle. Movement. Light, daily physical activity, not strenuous, not exhausting, can amplify everything. A brisk 30-minute walk, gentle stretches, or simple pelvic exercises can dramatically increase circulation, stimulate hormonal release, and calm the nervous system. When combined with these essential vitamins, even small changes compound into lasting transformation. Because in the end, this journey is about more than restoring sexual function. It's about reclaiming dignity, passion, and the quiet, confident joy that comes from feeling like a whole man again. These aren't miracles. They're adjustments, backed by knowledge and built on consistency. And they are within reach. Let no one say it's too late. The body remembers what it means to thrive. Sometimes it just needs to be reminded.